it is Katherine Norland. Welcome back to my channel. You guys asked me if I would do more videos about working on Dhar Mann films. So I am doing what you guys requested. Now, you may have seen the one where it was the top 8 of my favorite Dhar Mann videos that I've been in. Today is a slightly different twist because do you guys ever look up like famous movies, your favorite movies, and find out that some other actor was supposed to be in them? Has that ever happened to you? And you're like, what? I was just looking some of that up today. Famous movies. Did you know the movie Titanic originally wasn't supposed to be with Kate Winslet? They were looking at Claire Danes or Gwyneth Paltrow for the role. Today we're going to be talking about 8 Dhar Mann videos that I was supposed to be in. Would they be completely different videos if I was in? I don't know. Would they be the same? We can only imagine. We can only wonder. You guys only know the ones I've been in. You don't know the ones I was supposed to be in. So, without further ado, now I'm going to be using the, I'm going to call the video what it said on the thumbnail, not what it said like in the full description of the movie. So I'm sure you'll still find it when you're searching for these. We will show you clips throughout so you get an idea. Number 8, man ripping off customers during COVID-19. This was back when they only had a team of 2 doing everything. And John was the producer at the time, and he was begging me to take this role. I was gonna be playing Chaz's mom, which I've done before, no biggie, but I was supposed to be a senior citizen who was 65 years old. Now, I can do aging makeup a little bit. Maybe you've seen me do aging makeup to play Shaylin's mom and different stuff. But I didn't think on my own, without a professional makeup artist, that it would be believable for me to play 65 and have it be believable. I just didn't think I could do it. And I wanted to give honor to these, to have the videos turn out the best. And I didn't just want to grab every role that came to me. So I was like, I really don't think I could do it. And John asked me like 3 times. He's like, you'll be fine. It'll be great. And kind of like in hindsight, I was like, I kind of wish I would have done it because that was their first video to really go super viral. Like it was their best performing video. And I was like, dang it, I could have been in that really super viral video. Now, honestly, at this point, I think all his videos are viral. But so they said, they're like, you'll be okay with the role, but, and it's more about the woman having diabetes than it is her age, but I just didn't feel comfortable playing somebody that old without having a makeup artist do a really, I was like, I could pull off 55 maybe with aging makeup, but 65, I think that would be hard to believe. So I had the opportunity to have, I had recommended Dory to Dhar Mann initially to play my mother in something. So I was telling them, Dory should do this role. And she did it, and she did a fine job in it. I had seen Dory in a play before. We used to go to the same church. So Dory got into Dhar Mann as my referral. So yay for her. And guys, did you see Elizabeth in this? She was phenomenal in her role. It was just very moving, very touching. And okay, can we also please note Chaz in this particular episode? I mean, I don't know if I've studied all of his work, but he is notoriously the bad guy. Bad guy. He plays it. He had some genuine and sincere moments of caring in this one with his mother. And then his turnaround at the end when he's actually giving the supplies away, you're like, wow, this is a different Chaz than we're used to seeing. He's really learned his lesson. Normally he doesn't learn his lesson at the end. He's just kind of like, bad stuff he happens. So number 7 movie that I was supposed to be in for Dhar Mann, it is Employee Gets Fired for How She Dresses. So they asked me to do that role, but then they changed their mind last minute and they recast Alessandra instead, which honestly I think was a better move. She's a great actress, and I hope we get to see more of her. I thought she was really excellent in that role. And let's not forget Carl made an appearance in this one. Our beloved Carl. Now the bad guy, this is a little behind the scenes info you might not know, but you know the bad guy, Nick Sarando, did you guys know that I also actually got him started with the Dhar Mann videos? Because he was in my acting class, and at the time they were looking for actors, so I was able to recommend him, and we did several videos together where he's played my husband, you guys may have seen. So yeah, he was part of my acting class with my beloved teacher, Timothy Omen. Rest in peace. So no, I really loved how they went with a younger woman in this role, because there was all this hype, you know, Mare was her nemesis looking all hot and pretty, and Nick's character was all about, you gotta look good. This is, you know, it's all about how you look. They're gonna buy from us, not based on your talent, but how you look. We gotta put up a good front. This is like a Hollywood thing. And it was smart to have a younger woman because there's a lot more pressure when you're in your 20s to feel like you have to be hot and sexy. And I mean, there's less pressure on you once you've had a couple babies. Let's face it. People aren't necessarily expecting you to be bikini ready after you've popped out a couple of kids. So the number 6 Dhar Mann movie that I was supposed to be in but wasn't was Rich Kid Makes Fun of Poor Kid. This is why you don't make fun of people, I think was the subtitle. Now, the email I got when they initially asked me to be in it, it said, Rich Kid Makes Fun of Poor Kid's Halloween Costume. Girl shamed for poor clothes. Now, normally when they offer me a role, I drop everything, I rearrange my schedule, and I just do all my other work at a later time. But at this point, I had just shot several of them. Like I was shooting 2 or 3 a week at that point. And then I just was so far behind, and I wanted to get my You Are Worthy course launched in January. Still hasn't happened. Okay, I'm really behind. What can I say? I've gone through a lot of ups and downs trying to get that out. But guys, I'm going to be truthful with you, because so much of what Dhar Mann teaches us is not to judge a book by its cover. And to be honest with you, when I saw the thing about Halloween costumes, I was like, I don't, that doesn't sound like, it didn't sound like it was going to be a fun one. So I hate to admit that, because I was judging it based on its title, and we should never do that, right? Judge a book by its cover or its title. So I was like, I don't know if this is going to be a good one. Halloween costumes. I wasn't feeling it. And you guys know what? It ended up being one of my favorite videos. I was like, dang, this video is so good. It's like one of my all-time favorite ones. I love the ingenuity of it. Her costume was so cool. Like, what a genius idea. Who thought of coming dressed as like an air balloon? I just thought that was so neat. I just thought that was a fantastic idea. I love the set dressing. I loved all of it. The costumes, the decorations. It was so heartwarming. And I don't even know which character I was supposed to play, because you don't get the script until you've said yes, that you're available for those dates, and I had said no to it. So I don't know if I was supposed to be the lady dressed as a witch who gave Sophia the prize, or if Sophia was supposed to have a mom instead of a dad. We will never know. But if I was supposed to be the mom, either way, Colin got to be in it instead. And guys, you all know it is a treat to get to see Colin act. He is so genuine. So I just thought that video was wonderful. All right, the number 5 video I was supposed to be in, but wasn't. This is along the lines of stuff that was shot and never seen. So Mother-in-law insults her son's wife. So this is different than the 7 other ones I mentioned because this one, we actually shot the entire video at my house. We even used little Elijah when he was smaller to play the baby that I was holding rather than a doll. And it never came out and it never came out. And finally I was like, what happened to that one video? And they were like, well, we're reshooting it. And I said, oh, was it because you could tell Elijah was a boy and not a girl? Because she grows up to be Sophia. So they said, no, it wasn't your fault, because I'm always trying to figure out, was it something I did, when they don't use you or you get cut out or whatever. But it just didn't really go with the story. So I had to figure this out. They had recast both me and the husband. The only person that got to remain from the original video was Elizabeth. Now, I was not in the room when they were making the choice to reshoot this, so I don't know ultimately what it was, but if I were to guess, I think they probably wanted both the husband and the wife to be Latino, or at least for the husband not to have a wife who is white or Asian or black, because they didn't want to make it a race thing. It was about a mother-in-law who's critical of the daughter-in-law. Nobody is ever good enough for her baby boy. So, Dar and Ruben and the whole team, they're really good about casting a wide variety of ethnicities. But sometimes when you have one of them bad and one of them good, I've noticed a lot of times people will make it about race. When the story wasn't supposed to be about race, but it would have been easy for people if Elizabeth had been just picking on me for you to go, oh, she doesn't like white people. But that wasn't the theme of this particular story. So you guys know that there's great people in every race and there's jerks in every race. What can we do about it? People are going to be people. All right, the number 4 video that I was supposed to be in was Kid Bullied for Wearing Last Year's Clothes. All right, my son and I watched this video together and he loved it because it was a middle school episode and he loves middle school and he's interested in video games and, it was about them wearing the video game stuff and playing the video games. So this one, the reason I wasn't in this one is this is right when they started doing 2 teams of people shooting videos. Instead of every other team shooting every day, they were just starting to figure out how can we start shooting 2 different videos a day because the scripts are getting longer and we need to put out 4 videos a day. So I had gotten the email, would you please be in Kid Bullied for Last Year's Clothes? And I said, well, I'm scheduled to do TikTok famous teen kicked out of office. And so I asked them, well, which would you rather have me do? Which one is better? Which role should I take? And they said, stick with the TikTok one. That'll be a better role for you. So I was double booked on that one and I couldn't do both of them. All right, the number 3 video that I was supposed to be in, but wasn't, was Student with Down Syndrome Gets Shamed. Now, when they sent me the script, it was originally called Unicorn Headphones. Let me get that right. Unicorn Headphones is what it was originally called. Obviously, the new title was much better. Student with Down Syndrome Gets Shamed. So it was supposed to be about a girl with intellectual disabilities. That's what the script was saying. And I was so excited about this shoot because I had read the script and I was so touched by it. And I read the part of the mom doing that webcam thing where she's reaching out to the world and letting people know, please don't make fun. If you've got unicorn stuff, wear it. And I just imagine doing that webcam scene and it being so emotional. And I would have been able to pour my real life experience into this because my son Timothy was diagnosed with intellectual disabilities when he was 3. So I'm not sure if when they were doing the original casting, they were specifically looking for Down syndrome or just someone with intellectual disabilities, but whatever it was, she was awesome. All I saw was the ID, the intellectual disabilities. And you know what happened? I ended up getting the stinking flu. I was sick with the flu for like 5 to 7 days. I'm not sure. But I really liked the woman they cast as the mother. I've never met her, but I thought she was great casting. I thought they were really great together. They were relatable. She looked like she could be the girl's mother. And I loved how she played the scene where she came to pick up her daughter and saw her daughter throwing the headphones away, and she was trying to figure out what happened and why suddenly her daughter didn't like unicorns anymore. So yeah, that was a sweet one. Okay, the number 2 video that I was supposed to be in for Dhar Mann Studios but wasn't is Mom Forces Girl to Play with Barbies. Did you guys see that one? Oh man, that was with Sniper Wolf. I was like, thought I was gonna finally get to meet like a famous YouTuber, and I ended up saying no because I got cast in a short film. And the total bummer was they ended up rescheduling the short film from the Saturday I was supposed to do it, which is when this shot, to the next day, to Sunday. So as soon as I found out the shoot was rescheduled, I was like, Ruben, my shoot got rescheduled. I can do the gamer one with Sniper Wolf now. So he was like, oh, really? You can do it now? So he texted production and to find out, and it was like, too late. They already cast it. I was like, darn it. I was kind of bummed because I think it might have been their first collab with a famous YouTuber. I thought it would have been pretty cool to meet her, but it still turned out to be a beautiful video. And I did get to be in one with her. You guys saw the one where Bree was making fun of the janitor. Funny story, I was supposed to meet her that day too. And they're scheduling, the way they were doing the scheduling is, I was actually on my way that day, which she was shooting, to go film and meet her, but they were running behind schedule, so they decided to do my part the next day. Well, Sniper Wolf didn't come the next day, so twice I could have met her. And the number 1 video that I was supposed to be in for Dhar Mann but wasn't is 51-year-old gets pregnant. They asked me to be in it, but they recast me. Oh my gosh, have you seen this one? Were you bawling your eyes out watching this? Did you see how that hater woman was just chewing up that pregnant mom? I mean, how cruel. Which, you know, I could have, which role do you think I would have been? The pregnant mom or the hater woman? Are we gonna vote? Did you guys see it? Which do you think I would have done? Actually, initially, they asked me to be the pregnant woman. So, but when I found out they were doing 51-year-old gets pregnant, my girlfriend, I have a friend who actually had her first baby at 51, and she's an actress. So I was like, you gotta get my friend Holly to do this role. She would be better than me because she's like actually, was pregnant for the first time at 51. Well, had her first baby at 51. I should say it like that. So she wasn't available though. Then they said they emailed me and like, we're gonna go with someone who's a little bit older. Honestly, I don't think Ricky's that too much older than me, but honestly, she killed it. She was phenomenal. I'm glad they cast her because I don't think I could have done as good as her. I just loved her performance in that. And you know, my girlfriend who had her first baby at 51, she is now pregnant again and she is 53. Isn't that phenomenal? So Dhar's always bringing us these real life situations. And did you just love the casting in this one? Weren't Ayana and Vin the cutest couple? And actually, a little behind the scenes, pull it back sidebar, I sort of had a little touch of being in it. Why do you ask? That red jacket Ricky was wearing in it, I had worn it to the studio once, and honestly, it was feeling a a little snug on me, like I've gained a little weight. And Ricky was like, that is a beautiful jacket. And I said, you like it? And I took it off and gave it to her. And it made an appearance in that video. So that is the 8 Dhar Mann videos I was supposed to be in, but wasn't. What are your thoughts on those? Would they have been different videos with me in them? Would they have been, I don't know, what do you think? Would it have changed anything if I was in it instead of the other people that were cast? And if you guys want to see more of these videos about me talking about being on the Dhar Mann set, the experiences I've had there, leave it in the comments. Tell me what other things you want to know or find out from the Dhar Mann videos. And if you want more of this, just give me some ideas of what you're looking for and we will try to make that happen. As always, like, subscribe, and share. Live true, love hard, shine bright. Hey there, it is Katherine Norland. I hope you enjoyed that video. And if you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And if you guys think that this video would bless somebody else or that they need to hear it, please hit the share button. And there's a little bell button too where you can be notified whenever I have a video that comes out so you don't miss a thing. I appreciate you guys. Remember, always live true, love hard, shine bright, and I will see you in the next video.